Hello everybody and welcome back to Cities, where we are currently doing things. If I recall correctly, we were kind of working on getting this replenished a little bit. That'll take some time. We do have some desire right now for some commercial. We are running out of space for commercial, but that's okay. We can get this fully maxed out over here, and once that's done, I do believe that'll be just fine. Because we have a lot of abandoned structures over here, and that should continue being okay for the next little while, I think. I do want to check in on some of our traffic situations here. Do we find any issues with our traffic right now? If I recall correctly, we got it flowing pretty well in the last episode. Not sure why we had to stop there, but okay, sure. Anything else going on in here? Overall, this looks reasonably fine. This was maybe slightly awkward, but I think it's okay, all things considered. More than slightly awkward, actually. I think we can actually optimize this slowdown a little bit by making this right here be 2 lanes. And then we can come in here. We, of course, allow this lane to go here. We also allow it to go here. But then we make it so that only this lane goes here, and only this lane continues on. So that way we don't have a slowdown here, in theory. Cool. That should be a small improvement there. We're still going to have a slowdown as people try to turn here, but that won't stop people from trying to come down this direction. So that should be an improvement. And what else do we potentially have going on here? I mean, we've got this nonsense over this way, but this is flowing reasonably well, and there's not a huge amount we can do about it because of this ferry stop. So I think all things considered, that is reasonably fine. I'm not going to be too concerned about that one for the time being. Okay. The JJ Gamer Park is maybe larger than it needs to be, but we don't have our high-end stuff here. I mean, we haven't designed any sort of a fancy park or anything, and I'm not exactly sure when that would end up happening, but I believe... Do we already have the drop tower? Yes, we do. So we need the pendulum ride here, I think. No, we need the Ferris wheel, which that can go outside over here, and a roller coaster. Cool. So that'll get going there. That'll be just fine. And now we've kind of got one of everything here, but this isn't a super fancily designed park, and we've got a ton of space here. I'm not sure exactly what we're going to do with all of it just yet, but for now that seems to be fine. We are currently desiring a little bit of industrial, which is interesting. I'm not sure exactly where we would end up putting any industrial. Maybe a little bit on this island as an expansion of the Sigma 162 Heights. That could actually theoretically work. So let's think about that for a moment. If we were going to do that, we would bring this around. Something kind of like so. Oh, that's very awkward there. So this would come around. I don't like the angling that we've got going on there, but around kind of like that. It's not perfect, but it'll do. And then we can have this coming in over here and coming around over this way and coming in like that. And then we would expand this district, the Sigma 162 Heights, to include this area here, because I would want that to be logging as well, like that. And then we zone this to be industrial. All out over this way. Cool. Just like that. Okay. That'll give us a little bit of extra space, not a ton. And maybe that'll give us a reason to use this harbor. That would be awfully nice. So we'll let that go for the moment. I do see that there is a garbage issue up over here. I do expect that to get cleaned up, I think. Yeah, that's going in right now. No problem. Cool. So that's excellent. Any other problems? Yes, there's a dead person pickup issue over here, which did get solved. I feel like we could maybe use an additional crematorium over here, and we can actually cram one in right there. Fantastic. That'll do. Okay. All looks good on that front. Now, we've got... This is all parking, correct? Yeah, that's all parking there. No problem there. I'm just looking around for any additional traffic issues. We do see some potential fire issues down this way, and it looks to me like we could certainly use a firehouse down this way. I think I'll put that in right here. Cool. So that'll help out pretty dramatically over this way. No problem there. And we're lacking in water over this way. Yeah, that's something I should have considered for sure. We'll run some water up over here and over here. I don't know if we're going to need it over this way or not. I guess I'll just build it just in case. There we go. That'll do. Fantastic. How are we doing on our water? For the time being, we're doing just fine on that. Our garbage processing is okay. It's our pickup that's an issue potentially there. Same with our healthcare. Okay. Potential issue down this way with police, it looks like. And we could probably use another police station off over this way. Maybe a fire station as well. Yes, we could use one here and even one down over this way. Like that. Cool. So that'll help. And how are we doing on education? Elementary is okay for the moment. High school is okay. University is okay. No problem there, although we could think about building some public libraries. And one over this way would not go amiss. I'm just thinking about where exactly we might want to build it. I think here. There we go. Cool. Hey, look at that. A little sliver of demand for residential. Does that mean that this is getting built up? Actually, yes, it does. That's great. But things overall seem to be ticking along reasonably well here. I just want to check in on some of our potential trouble areas traffic-wise. There's also a fire over here. We'll keep an eye on that and see if that... Ooh, that's spreading pretty far, actually. We should put in a firehouse here. And we could put in a police station over here as well, too. Is this just unzoned? It is. Okay, we should just rezone all of this. This is all supposed to be commercial. There we go. Fantastic. And off go those fire trucks. Not necessarily the route that I would have taken, going off over this way, but sure. I guess they're coming up over here, actually. Fire helicopter comes in here. We could maybe think about another fire helicopter depot. We've only got the one. Getting another would not be a terrible concept. And how large are they? The answer is fairly. Fitting one in down over here is not a bad idea, though. Or over here, perhaps. We can't really get it in there. Okay. So there's another fire helicopter depot. Cool. And we're just working on a couple of these smaller problems for the moment. I'm not seeing anything too major. Okay, I'm just watching this intersection here right now, and actually... what have we got going on here? I think this car is the issue. No. Are you just stuck? Oh, you were trying to turn around. Why are you allowing a U-turn here? That shouldn't be legal. Okay, so we're going to come in here and here. We'll just define these lanes as going like so. And then this lane can go either direction, like that. No U-turns here, please. Cool. So that should begin to clear up a little bit. in theory. This intersection is a potential issue for sure. So, what do we want to do about it? I'm not sure if this is going to be an issue. Let's keep a bit of an eye on this and see. With the number of people that are trying to turn left here... Oh, wait, this is left only. This is only allowing a left turn here. You can go straight if you want. Okay. Well, that wasn't what actually cleaned it up. Being allowed to go straight here was not what cleaned this up. But this should be allowed. What cleaned it up was just a cessation of traffic over here. I still don't know why they're clipping through the walls here. That seems like a bit of a bug overall, but sure. If that's the way they want to do it, I guess it's fine. Okay, so we're seeing a pretty major backup over this way. And I just want to think about what we've got going on lane-wise here. This is allowing to go straight because I don't want to merge in here as much as possible. But it is merge-ins that is causing the issue here. Okay. Interesting. I think this will clean up, though. I think that this is a temporary thing. Overall. They're all merging into the... Or they were all merging into the center lane here. So right here, let's just have them go straight. Like so. Cool. We could do the same thing up here, but I'm not seeing any merge problems here. We should, however, probably consider allowing merging like this and like this. And then this one goes straight on through. And then this can merge here or go straight on through. And then this could merge here or go straight on through. I just don't want them diving across many lanes of traffic here. Okay, looks like this cleaned up. I'm not shocked about that. I expected that to clean up by itself. I don't think that what we did there cleaned that up, but that will maybe prevent that from happening in the future, which I'm hopeful about. Okay, as far as this traffic over here goes, I think that's not a big concern. And we do have a bit of a lack of workers right now. That's unsurprising considering how much undeveloped real estate we have over here in our residential area. So I'm not too shocked about that one. Traffic-wise, we appear to be ticking along reasonably well, so I like it. That's great. I'm still a little bit concerned about what we've got going on here. There's not really much we can do about that, other than, like, reposition this ferry. That is a possibility, but not, I think, one that I want to pursue at this moment. But things seem to be going pretty well. We've not had another disaster yet this episode. I did not change the disaster frequency for the record. Gameplay and disaster frequency is still at maximum. So that's fine. And I don't plan on changing that for right now. We did have...
The Forest Service has stated that there is a risk of an imminent forest fire in the
Well,
area.
there we go.
Residents are advised to avoid
There's a forest fire in this neighborhood, which is a little awkward.
Raging in the area. Leave campsites and tree houses immediately.
I'm wondering if we can get to this with our fire helicopters without a fire watch tower there. It's like right next to our location and in our zoned areas. Oh, we don't have a water connection to this fire helicopter depot. That would help. There we go. Even though they have to go pick up their own water, so there's that. We'll supply water here, and currently no fire helicopters are in use. I want to check the other fire helicopter depot, though, which is up here. Yeah, that's sending out 3 fire helicopters, and are they going up over this direction? I mean, we're going to put out the fire in this building, for sure. I don't see fire helicopters coming this way, but I think this is a temporary issue. I'm not going to bother building a fire watchtower here because there's not really a point. We're just going to develop this area anyway, so that'll be fine. There comes a fire helicopter. Okay, where's it going? Down here. Okay, so the fire helicopters are indeed working on the actual forest fire, so that's good. Looks like that's all under control. Is this still burning? No. Okay, that was a super easy disaster. That did basically no damage whatsoever. Cool. There's a garbage issue down here potentially. I do want to take a look at what we've got going on here. Ultimately, I think it's fine. I do think that this is fine. This will get dealt with, no problem. A worker shortage here. Well, that's to be expected after we lost a huge swath of this residential district. I'm not too concerned about that one. I think that's fine. So the Spartan News Hills are still lacking in tourists over here. We only have the one harbor, but that's fine. We have all of these guys down over here eventually. Okay, we have some sickness. Or no, this is dead people over here. Right. I'll put in another crematorium over this way to help lessen that load, but I do expect this to get dealt with in pretty short order. There's a hearse coming in right here, and it's going to be able to pick up this one as well. There we go. No problem there. And then there's another one down over this way. This hearse just went by there and didn't pick it up. Awkward. But it is 90% full, so we'll let it slide for now. I'm going to remove some structures in our tourism district here, since we do have some abandoned structures, and there will be more. That is fully understood. Crime out over here, huh? Okay. Fair enough. Looking at this, we'll put in a police station over here, and that should pretty readily take care of that. No problem. Okay. Let's check in real quick on this intersection here. I absolutely don't love what we have going on here. It's better than it could be, though. I think broadly speaking, it's okay. Both sides only take right-hand turns here, so I think that's reasonably fine. This, on the other hand, is less reasonably fine. Okay. So how do I want to address this situation? It's not a huge problem right now. It's not causing huge backups, but it is causing some backups, and I expect that it will be problematic in the future. So that's something to think about. What do I want to do here? So the core problem, I think, is people wanting to merge in to go this direction and not wanting to merge out to go straight. So one thing that we only allowed is merging in here. I'm going to delete this like that. And I may make this into a dedicated turn lane here, just to tell people who are going straight, get out of this lane. And then that'll take a little bit for that to cycle through. But that should mean that people going this way have no real slowdown. And people going straight should be able to just be pumped straight through here. Now, they're not really utilizing that outside lane, which is sadly normal. But it is what it is. Okay. Having that be a dedicated turn lane did clean that up, but I think that that's more of a time of day thing because the traffic gets heavier there, is my guess. we'll keep an eye on that, but for now, that looks like that'll be reasonably okay. We have a pretty good amount of residential demand at this point, which is ridiculous. I'm very happy about that. We'll just get a little bit of residential in there. We also have some commercial demand, which is also on the ridiculous side. I will just start zoning up this beachfront. Something along the lines of that. Okay. That'll do for now. So looking in over this way, we have a big lack of workers here, and so we should definitely continue to zone residential down this way. I think that we have now recovered from that tornado. I think we're basically fully rebuilt, and I'm just going to zone this area as well. Let me check in up over here. Yeah, it's basically rebuilt at this point. Fantastic. And we're pretty much back up to 50,000 people. Sounds good. Okay, let's check in real quick on traffic again. We have a bit of a backup over here. It's cleaning up a bit, but I want to take a look at our lane selection here. Okay. By the time they get here, I want them to be merged. They can go only into whatever lane they want. Like, realistically, they have quite a bit of time back here. So that just pushes the merge back to here. Indeed. And looking at this, this is currently set up as a dedicated lane. This should be allowed to branch out into these two lanes here, for sure, because this just goes straight on through. Okay. Once again, I don't think that anything that I did here is going to fix this. I think that this will largely work itself out over time, but that's another potential problem area to look at. And we can see this is pretty heavily trafficked here. One thing we could consider is directly bypassing and connecting up here, but I don't think that's super helpful. Yeah, I don't think that's tremendously helpful there. So I don't think I'm going to bother with that at this moment. I would like to see more people using the outside lane, but it is what it is. Overall, that looks reasonably fine. This is heavy traffic, but it's okay. And we should be seeing basically the same thing over here as people head southward. Yeah. Overall, our traffic appears to be reasonably fine. We've got some marginal areas, like this general spot over here. And we've got some other marginal areas like this over here, where things are not quite at the point of causing significant issues, but they may escalate to that soon. And I'll have to think about how I want to handle that. But for now, I think that we are reasonably comfortable saying that this is looking pretty good as far as traffic goes. There's some dead people pickup issues happening over here. We could certainly put in a morgue over, or rather a crematorium over here-ish, or perhaps even like here. But this is under control, so that should get dealt with. We do have hearses down here as it sits right now. This was just passed by like 2 hearses. So that's exciting. Here comes another one. And it passed it. Okay. Sure. So there's definitely some dead people out over here. I do think that putting in another crematorium out here would be helpful. Perhaps out over this direction. There we go. That'll just give us some more pickup throughput over here. Sounds good. And with that, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to see about developing JJ Gamer Park, I think, at this point. We're definitely getting to that point. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of our channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, Sigma162, JJ Gamer, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.